Good morning. So the other day I shared about how I started wearing two watches. So I have an Apple Watch and I have this Fossil watch. I started using the Apple Watch, and don't worry, this is a very old Apple Watch. I actually won it from a previous job I had for meeting a goal, a sales goal. And so I held on for dear life with this Apple Watch, and I really enjoy using it for working out. And it's, it's up to date, it's practical, it works. But I have this Fossil watch because Simeon, my husband, actually gifted this to me. And I'm here to tell you about that story because not only is it a cute story, but God told me that I should share it because it really is like a great reminder of his timing. So Simeon and I met in college in 2010-ish. We can't really decide because we didn't like date right away. So around 2010, we met in college, and I graduated in 2014. And he didn't want to propose to me until I graduated. So we were dating for all that time, 4 years. And he graduated the year before me, moved up to Tulsa, Oklahoma. And so I had a year where I was in college and Simeon was living out of state. And it was really hard. And we were in love and we wanted to get married and all of the things. And so as soon as I graduated, I started making plans to get a job. Before I graduated, I made plans to get a job up there, and I did have a job lined up. So as soon as I graduated, I moved up to Tulsa, Oklahoma from Louisiana. And I had a lot of people that were kind of skeptical because he hadn't proposed at the time. I wasn't worried about it because I knew that he was never going to propose to me until after I graduated anyway. And we didn't live together before we got married. I got my own job and my own apartment and my own name and everything. And I moved there as an individual in hopes that he would propose. He was my boyfriend of 4 years. So I was, wanted to be near him. And, his sister had lived there, his brother, and it was a really cool place to live. I had visited several times and I just really wanted to live there. And I had this mindset of, well, if it doesn't work out with him for some crazy reason, at least I'm in a cool place with a cool job and my own apartment. It's not like I could lose my boyfriend, but I still could take care of myself. It's not like I'm depending on this person. So that was how I justified the move. And I had some people that were very worried about my decision, but I had full faith that Simeon was, not full faith. I had a lot of faith that Simeon was going to propose. But in the back of my mind, I also worried a little bit that, something, worst case scenario would happen. And my boyfriend of 4 years would just be like, eh. And so so I moved up there and I was expecting a ring like as soon as I pulled into the state. And that didn't happen. So I moved in and a couple months passed and, I'm starting to get a little antsy, like, hey, like, why aren't we engaged yet? And so I was really pressing the issue here, and it kind of, frustrated him because, he had already taken me like ring shopping and we were like talking a lot about it and he was excited about that conversation. So I should have been a lot more patient with him, and I was just kind of a nightmare. Like, I still think about some of the ways that I treated him about it, and I'm like, is this how I treat God? Gosh. So the story is that my birthday came. So I moved there when I graduated in the spring. My birthday's in August. So my birthday came. I'm sitting in the car. I think we're like in the mall parking lot or something. And Simeon gives me a gift in a little small box. So I'm excited, right? And I'm like, oh, okay. So I've like, I've probably had my nails done before this and everything. I was very excited that my birthday was here because I thought for sure this was going to be the proposal. Well, I opened the box and it's this watch. Can you imagine the disappointment? So, I don't know about y'all, but how many times have we prayed about something and we just think it's going to happen at this time, and then God's like, no, not yet, not yet. So that was the situation. It wasn't time yet. And so I didn't know what was going on. I was just mad. Like, I was upset. I was hurt. I had very high expectations of my birthday being the day of the proposal. And he didn't propose till October. So imagine those, it was August 27th to October 9th. So it wasn't, it was definitely, it was a lot of patience in that small window. That was testing times for a relationship, because I really was like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with me? You know, I was really, really worried, you know, at this point. And I was just, you know, all Simeon would say was, just trust me, you know, just trust me. And he didn't want to spill the beans. He didn't want to tell me what was going on. So I'm going to show you my ring. So I went ring shopping with him, and I told him I wanted a rose gold ring, right? Well, Simeon ordered a rose gold ring. What happened was it came in the wrong color. It came in sterling silver or platinum or whatever the silvery color is. And he sent it back. He was like, no. My girl wants rose gold. And it wasn't going to come in time for my birthday. So he had to wait until the ring came, the perfect ring, the perfect one that he wanted for me, the one that I wanted. And I was over there ungrateful, impatient, just ugly. And I was so like not trusting. I was just like, ultimatum, like, you better put a ring on it. I don't care if it's twist tie. And he was just like, I want the best for you, baby. And he couldn't explain himself. So I just feel like that's God, you know. He wants perfect everything for you. He wants nothing but good for us. And we have to trust him. We can't question him constantly and be in these states of turmoil and ultimatums and challenges. It's just like, we really need to like walk in faith and just trust in his timing. So when I was about to take this watch off, I chuckled because he was kind of like, that's my timing right there. Remember that? Remember that timing? And so last year, you know, I faced a little bit of disappointment. I had some things that I really wanted to accomplish in many different aspects of life, with fitness and just many things, with my house and, you know, like spiritually and, you know, work-wise and all these things. And I felt like I didn't reach those things like I wanted to. Some of them I did, though. You know, I don't want to say that I didn't accomplish some things and have a lot of things to be grateful for. I did. But there were some things that I really had my heart set on. And guess what? They can still happen this year. So God just really reminded me that it is about his timing. And sometimes we just need to trust in his timing. I mean, I have a whole nother testimony about getting pregnant with my first child. It took me 17 months to get pregnant with Adeline. And it was worth every minute of waiting for her, every minute. So I just want to encourage you that don't be like me when Simeon was trying to find the perfect ring and propose to me. And if y'all ever want to hear the proposal story, I would love to share it because it's precious. And we're about to celebrate 8 years of marriage. And I am incredibly grateful that I trusted that he would marry me. I'm glad I didn't just give up and throw in the towel. I know that I did challenge him and I wished I would have been more graceful, but don't give up on God's plans. Don't give up on things that you desire in your heart that are good. Just be patient and trust in his timing. I promise you, it is worth every minute. And just go read about Paul and his trials. Just go and read. He says patience produces perseverance, and trials produce perseverance and patience. And just go and learn about trials. Go learn about being patient, because it's absolutely necessary. So I hope this blessed you. I hope you enjoyed the story, and I hope it wasn't too long. I tried to do this quickly, but it took me 10 minutes. So I'm going to go charge my Apple Watch, because now I have 2 watches on that don't tell time. That's ridiculous. So have a blessed day and be patient. And I love you, and God loves you. And reach out if you need anything. I am about to share some really exciting things with God's plans for me. I spent a week in prayer at the church, and I've really been pressing into my purpose, and God's really shown me what that is, and I can't wait to share it with the world. So stay tuned and have a blessed day.